What's up? You're watching Bucketlist.
What band are we in?
The Railroads.
No, These Fast Times. Hi.
Hi.
We're These Fast Times.
And you're watching Bucket List.
And we're a bucket list.
Haven't been taking this so well. Too many lies seem to enslave me.
Hi, I'm Keenan, and I'm talking with These Fast Times for Bucketlist.
Hi, I'm Thomas. I play guitar.
Hi, I'm Jeff. I sing and play guitar.
Hi, I'm Ryan, and I play the drums.
Alright, boys. I'd like to know about your history.
Good, right?
Should you tell a story? You're really good at telling stories.
Want me to tell a story? I'll tell a story.
Yeah,
Winslow broke up. And then, 2 years later, after that, Winslow broke up in 2010?
8.
I don't fucking know.
I don't know.
I
Who
don't know
cares?
Anyway, we broke up. Me and Jeff didn't talk anymore because I punched a lot of his animals. And so he just didn't want to talk to me. But then he was like, yo, we should start another band. And so we started another band, and we didn't know the title, so I got it from Bouncing Souls title of
Fast Times, yeah.
The Fast Times
But he just says
Baptized
These
album.
Fast
Oh,
Times.
I thought it was probably from the movie Fast Times.
it was the original thought, and then I thought about the Bouncing Souls, and anyway,
Okay.
it's from the album Baptized. Yeah.
Going out of our mind in these fast times.
Wow.
But fun fact. Fun fact. We were gonna be called the Excited Schoolgirls.
Yeah.
And then we changed it. That was my
changed it to
idea.
These Fast Times.
I
and
know,
because
it's
you're
terrible,
excited
right?
schoolgirls.
Okay, but I'm telling a story.
Okay, sorry. I don't
Okay,
know.
so then we were at the shitty jam space at 1180.
Okay.
And
The old one.
Yeah.
Across
So-
the street from the Bell Center.
Yeah, the one that got exploded.
Right.
So we Jeff met Jason, and Jason and I went to high school together. We never spoke. I hated him a bit.
Did you punch his animals?
No, he was super athletic,
Okay.
and I wasn't. So
He's real competitive.
Jealousy
Yeah.
hate.
Yeah.
yeah, oh, he's like so competitive in dancing. He was a dance competitor. Yeah. So then we started playing, and Jeff was like, man, I always, because we were a 3-piece before, we wanted to do 4-piece, have 2 guitars. So Jeff was like, oh, I found this guy Thomas online somewhere through the interwebs. And I was like, oh man, I gotta meet someone new, and I'm not good with new people. So then he shows up at the door, and he's high as a fucking kite. Just eyes this big, and he's got a djembe and an acoustic guitar.
Yeah, he shows up to we all have amps, like electric guitars, and he comes with an acoustic guitar. And he's sitting there on the floor, high as mine, playing bongos. You can't hear him, obviously, because
And he's playing the acoustic guitar.
there's actual drums, and he's farting all over
No, I wanted to see that.
Sorry.
Okay, so what we didn't know was this hippie fucking dickhead comes into the band, comes into their jam space, and it smells like the inside of someone's body that has been dead for a while, you know? So I didn't say anything. Jeff didn't say anything. Jason's too nice. He would never say anything.
No, that's just hilarious.
And so when Tomas left, I was like, "Who's farting, guys?" And then I don't know why. I don't know why we asked Tomas to be in the band.
No, like,
He
man,
invited me back.
Like,
I
man,
know.
you're in.
Yeah. You're really cool.
You show up with an acoustic guitar and bongos to a punk session, you're in, man.
Yeah.
If your only nerves show through farts
Yeah.
and through your anus,
Yeah.
that's good.
And then later on, we found out that it was him. He's a nervous farter.
He's probably farting right now.
Yeah. That was that. It was pretty good. And I mean, I guess that the rest just writes itself. We just, we put out a first EP and it was fun. And then the second, our album was tough. It took us a while to write it, and it took us a while to record it. The guy who we were working with was very knowledgeable, but he wasn't the greatest, say, at mixing and mastering.
Okay.
So we spent a lot of money. We didn't get something that we were totally happy with, but we were decently happy with. And now we're just writing again, playing shows. We're planning to do a little tour in July.
Okay.
That kind of stuff. We wanted to do things that Winslow wasn't able to do, which is we'd like to go overseas. We'd like to go and do that stuff.
Yeah.
With Winslow, we got to go into the States and we toured across Canada a bunch of times, and it was fun. But but we were never financially stable as a band. We were always super duper broke and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're all adults and
Now we're super broke with more debt.
yeah. but we know how to make more debt and sort of pay it off, but we could go overseas, you know what I mean? It
You're
would be
smarter
fun.
with your debt.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Gotcha. Go overseas to play at 1,000 Islands? Huh?
Oh, I don't get it.
How's it been since getting signed to 1,000 Island Records?
Go ahead, Tomas. You feel this one.
Yeah, man. Bruno and Cynthia are awesome. It's been great. We got to meet all their guys in their festival, Thousand Islands Festival.
Right. Okay.
So we got to meet most of the people on our label
All right.
and drink in the parking lots with
That's
them.
great.
Which is, why we're all in the band.
Of course.
And they make a real festive spirit with their groups. And even since then, like bands who've signed on after, they reach out to us, play shows with us.
Right on.
Like, it's a tight-knit family.
Okay. And have you seen like a growth in your fan base since signing with 1,000 Islands? Next question.
Next question.
It's just like it's the same old story of Montreal being oversaturated with
Yeah.
Talent.
everything, so like we have a lot of people that like us over like everywhere else in the world but Montreal. But there was the same thing when we were with Winslow. We couldn't get a fan base here if our life depended on it. But
Right.
we go out to the West Coast and everybody shows up to a show,
Okay. A lot of competition here, I guess.
There's a lot of competition. But it's competition with very talented musicians,
Yeah.
That's it. Not trying to compete with them. They
Right.
inspire us.
Yeah.
But you're not getting 60 people to your show. 'Cause 6 are going to yours and the other ones are going to other shows.
Yeah.
Still, it's good exposure, good
Yeah.
teamwork with
That's
the
it.
other groups for
Yeah,
sure.
man.
And you guys are doing Pooza?
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet. That's awesome.
Who's as good
Nah.
as
May.
I burped a bit of vomit. Thousand
Stick it
Island
right
got us
back
on
in
that.
there.
Last year we wanted to play.
Yeah.
We wanted to get These Fast Times on it. But each little label that's from Montreal or Quebec area, they only get a couple bands that they can put in.
Okay.
So last year we were too late, but this year they put us in with who's the other Thousand Island band? I don't remember, but we made it in. It's pretty. We're really stoked actually. A bunch of our friends will be there from like around Canada. We get to see Andrew WK
Yeah, can't wait.
and Strung Out. I've never seen
Strung
Strung
out,
Out.
Big Wig against me.
I can't wait
Oh
to see
man,
it.
Big Wig. I've seen Big Wig a billion times, but
That's
they're good.
awesome.
They're good. I'm just saying. I've seen them.
Planet Smashers, we get to play the same festival as them.
Wow.
Yeah. I love ska.
Yep.
All right, let's keep it
So,
moving. Keep it moving here.
keep
Forget
moving.
that.
Yeah, way to go, Cat.
And like you guys look at, I guess you could you'll be hanging out with these guys. You think Andrew WK, Planet Smashers guys?
I doubt it.
Yeah, definitely.
They don't want to hang out with you.
I
Just
doubt it,
Tom's?
totally.
I have a feeling we're gonna get. We're gonna either play
There we
Theater?
go, brain.
Theater St. Catherine or Foofs.
Okay.
And usually the local bands play earlier in the day, so but we're gonna go and check out everywhere and check out all the bands and that kind of thing. It's just nice to be recognized to play Pooza because there aren't a lot of Montreal bands that get the chance to play Pooza.
Sure.
Because even Guillaume, I was talking with Guillaume and he said the whole point is to bring in bands from out of town to Montreal to see the scene, to live the scene, and to build it.
Yeah.
Right? We have a really great hardcore metal punk scene already, but it wasn't like it was in the 90s, you know what I mean, where everybody would just go to shows. I would just go to shows when I was in high school. It's not like that anymore, So now Pooza is trying to bring back that, that camaraderie, the sense of being like in a bigger family, which is pretty dope. I like that a lot.
It's decent.
Yeah, but it is hard for local bands to get on these kind of shows because of what they're trying to bring in.
Absolutely. Do you think that a band needs to be signed in order to play like these bigger shows? Do you think that smaller local bands?
If we weren't on Thousand Island, I don't think we would
You
have
don't
gotten it
think
on.
you
No.
can? Okay.
Even like we met Guillaume for the first time in Rimouski
Okay.
years ago when we were with Winslow, and he let us stay in his house when he was living with his parents.
Okay.
So even with that like tight relationship
Yeah.
that I have with him and
Yeah.
Gabe has with him and stuff like that, it would still be really hard to, if we were independent, it would be really hard to get on a festival like this.
So that's the goal. Get signed. Which is not so easy to do it's not so easy to get anymore. I mean, that's like a major, feat that you guys achieved, because I don't think many artists are getting signed as much as they were, in the 90s, 80s, 70s, and all those
Yeah.
years. So I mean, that's like huge. Like,
That's huge for me. Yeah, like that's the biggest thing I've ever done. Getting on a label, that was huge for me.
Was that like your goal as a band starting off? Was it to get signed?
It was dumb luck.
Okay.
Okay, it was.
Yeah,
It was.
somewhat.
So what happened was the first Thousand Island Record festival.
Yeah.
They wanted Winslow to play because we just played with Daggermouth at the last whatever Pooza was 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they reached out to me and they said, "Can you get Winslow to play?" I said, "No, we're not." Me and Jeff had discussed it, and we were like, "Winslow is a one-time."
Yeah, once a year maybe.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Come here, play a couple shows.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
Because Gabe has his band and he's trying to build that, and we're
Which
trying
is
to
also at Pooza.
back of the class.
Back to the class.
Back of
Yeah.
the class. But we're trying to build These Fast Times. So I told her, I said, "Listen, Winslow won't be able to do it, but These Fast Times, my new band, we could do it."
Right.
And so we went into that show being like, well, we got to impress these people. We want to be with these guys because they were small, but you could see that they wanted to grow.
Right.
And from then on, they were just signing everybody.
Oh yeah.
And
They've
helping everybody
they've
out.
grown quite a bit.
Yeah.
Since
Yeah.
2 years.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's how it happened.
Not bad. That's not often heard of.
Yeah. It was luck. It was just luck.
Well, I'll take it.
Mm.
Of course.
Taking
Nothing wrong with that.
half of people's success is just dumb luck. The right people at the right
place,
time.
Sure.
That's all it is,
Connections.
man. Yeah.
You guys released a new album in 2018 on the other side of darkness.
Fear.
That's what I said.
That's what I heard. On the other side of fear.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Well, it should have been on the other side of darkness. Anyways.
But even if you call love.
How was it? How was it writing that album? Did you guys do anything different that you did in the past years? Lyrical content.
Everything with Jeff.
Everything was Jeff.
He's like
He's the
this.
Dave Grohl
He doesn't. He
of,
doesn't
These
look.
Fast
He
Times.
doesn't look like it, but he's really intelligent up here.
Not down here though.
No.
No.
As soon as it reaches below here,
So the alcohol suppresses here, and then this takes over, and then I just look dumb.
I can support that.
it was all him. He wrote the album, and he would write the songs, and then I would put the drums behind it,
Okay.
and we would structure.
Okay.
And then Jason and Tomaz would put their parts in.
Okay.
But we were lucky because me and Jeff have been playing together for 10 plus years. So for us to write another, more songs, it was more of trying to find a direction for These Fast Times.
Okay.
Because the first EP was
The same as Winslow.
Winslow. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Speed.
And we
Without
didn't.
breakdowns.
Yeah.
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 No chunky breakdowns, but
Yeah.
same speed.
Yeah. So we wanted to get away from Winslow. We didn't want to be Winslow
Yeah,
anymore.
okay.
You know?
Yeah.
So when we were writing, it was always, Go on.
Does this have drive? Does it make you want to drive your car 140 miles an hour?
And Jeff, is that what you were thinking when you wrote these songs?
No. No, when I was writing the songs and lyrics, I was going through like a really hard time in my life.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a depressing.
Touch the cat.
I know. It was kind of depressing thing going on. So
Did these guys know about that? Did you tell them?
yeah,
about
they
that?
know. They know a lot about what's been going on. So
Yeah, I know too much.
he knows way too much.
So then, like the lyrics, like the words, like that all came from you, all that shit.
Yeah,
And the
yeah, my
melodies.
personal experiences for
Okay.
the past 2 years. But I wanted to write something like as deep as possible, which was different for me because usually I just write about
Cheese and crack horse.
yeah, or just nonsense. You know what I mean? Like
So this is really on the other side of Jeff.
on the other side of Jeff.
The next album we're going to be releasing is going to we already have the artwork and everything, and it's a like a cool play on what's going on in there.
All right.
So it's
Yeah,
neat to see.
continuation.
The next
Jeff's
one's going
brain.
to be pretty different. I think it's
Yeah.
going to be really different actually, melody wise definitely. I mean, the route we're going this way is less pop punk and more
Or just rock.
rock.
punk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just driving.
Yeah.
Like told my son, let's get in the car, bruh.
Yeah.
Pedal to the metal.
And just fucking pet the cat.
Just pet the cat.
And your music videos, they're like pretty eccentric,
Eccentric. That's a good way to describe it.
Jealousy is
Jealousy was a lot of fun,
That
man.
was so good.
That was one of the best parties I've been to.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I just threw a
Looked like a
party
good time.
at my house.
Yeah.
And I just
just
got everyone to
invited
use
them.
their cell
Yeah,
phones,
yeah.
and I just like chopped it all up and put it into a video.
oh man, it was such a crazy party. I woke
But there
up.
was so much good footage I couldn't put in the video. Like,
Yeah.
like guys naked in my backyard screaming
Yeah.
at each other. Like,
the blur.
the blur. Yeah, I
blur.
should've-
You blur
I
the
should have put
blur.
the black box penis flopping around.
Yeah,
Editing.
but we had a lot of fun with Lights Too Loud.
Lights too loud. Yeah.
That was a fun one. It was just we had built a jam space in his garage
Okay.
and soundproofed the shit out of it. So there's no windows, there's no nothing. It's hot as balls in there. And Jeff was like, we have to wear suits. Are you fucking kidding me? And I sweat.
Well, because I
If
got
it's-
inspired by Talking Heads to do that music video. So he's like very well dressed, right?
Okay.
And we're kind of like doing the same actions he does, but I just wanted to make it like as ridiculous as possible.
And Phil Collins, no,
That's
Genesis?
right. Genesis. So
Genesis.
Talking Heads was
But
inspired from
copy
Genesis.
yeah.
Genesis was weird. Those guys, man, they did a lot of fun drugs.
Kind of smells in here.
Oh, am I
Tomas.
getting nervous?
Matt Mary's farted.
Sorry,
I
guys.
blame my odor on Thomas.
I showered.
So you guys are such good buddies. Like still, it's crazy. Like you wouldn't think that you were in a band.
Yeah, it's,
Like how
that's the good thing, right? I mean, finding someone you're
so
buddy with.
uncommon to still be so close. And then as I've seen, maybe I've just seen a lot of asshole band members.
I mean, every band we toured with, like me
Are
and
you
Ryan
pointing
before,
at me?
Like
asshole?
the asshole. Every band that we
Ryan
toured
toured
with, they always broke up after tour.
It's so true.
Like we would go for a couple of months or weeks, whatever it was, and we'd get back and like
They would break up.
Every band, every single band.
Were they signed?
No.
Because that's the
yeah.
other thing too.
Yeah.
Everyone everywhere
Yeah.
was.
I guess
Everyone everywhere was signed. Yeah.
Everyone everywhere, but probably
Okay.
Black and
Yeah.
White wasn't. They
No,
were really good.
they were very good. They
Fuck.
would have.
And these bands, man, they broke up and they broke up. I don't even know why they broke up.
Yeah.
Because, like, they could have went.
Yeah.
But it's true. We do have, like, a good chemistry friend-wise.
Absolutely.
But, like, me and Jeff get into fights like we're brothers.
That's it. Honestly, I've never met guys who air it out like these guys.
Okay, yeah.
Like, I don't know if I can talk about
That's
how many
a
times
skill.
you guys got out of the car and screamed at each other. Yeah, maybe you should tell that
Well,
story.
we were on tour in Winslow and we were in Red Deer, and Jeff had gotten we were really drunk, and Jeff had gotten his guitar stolen. But I kept telling Jeff, put your shit away, and then it got stolen, and then we got into this fight at the gas station. And he walked into the 7-Eleven and he's punching everything. And I walk in and I'm screaming at him. I don't even remember what I said. And then I went one way and he went the other. And then we come back to the to the van, and Robbie, our roadie's sitting there, and he's talking with the cops. And so at that point, Jeff was Jeff had a criminal
No,
record.
let's not. Put
The next question.
But he was
let's not put my.
yeah. Anyway,
in there.
he's Jeff's in the bushes. And I walk up to the cops, and they're like, "What's going on?" I was like, "Oh, I got into a fight with my bandmate." And Jeff's in the bushes like this, and you just see his head going like that. The cops leave. Jeff comes out.
That is gold. So that is an accomplishment in itself. What is next on your bucket list?
We're gonna do Twitch streams. We're gonna be the funniest band on Twitch.
Yeah. That's
just gonna
we want to
kiss
do
you.
a lot of live jam sessions. We're trying to figure that out, how to do it correctly, because like I don't know any bands that actually do that. But I think Twitch streaming has gotten so huge, even for musicians, and people haven't really acknowledged it that I know of. Especially for bands, I've never seen a band on Twitch stream, and I think it's going to be huge. It's a good way to engage with other people, right? Play a video game. Everyone sits at home playing video games. It's easier to play a game with somebody than get them to come to a show. So,
Because everybody doesn't want to leave their house.
They don't want to leave their
Exactly.
house.
That's
It's
right.
just it's finding a way to record the jam
yeah,
that it doesn't sound like tin cans.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
a challenge.
Okay.
Just sit
High
there with an
quality.
acoustic,
Yeah.
play video games, laugh your head off.
Because we're getting
You're
there.
sitting with some really smart dudes here.
Yeah.
I have learned much thanks to you, gentlemen. Thank you so much, boys. I wish you all the very best. And
Too. All right.
I love you guys.
Love you too, man.
And I love your shirt.
Love you, Keenan.
Not you, Ryan.
Love you, Bucketlist.
Jeff's shirt.
Peace.
Hey, boys, so we've been doing a lot of talking, and it's time to do a lot of less talking.
Kissing?
Yeah.
All right.
A lot of
Kissing with
kissing.
our guitars.
A lot of kissing.
So what we do during our bucket list interviews is after the interview we give you a list of 4 songs, a choice of 4 songs to choose from,
4 songs.
and you just choose one.
You can barely do my
And
songs.
you do your best to
Right.
perform it. So
Alright.
I will give you the list right now. You either.
How long do we have to practice?
There's no practice.
We got a week, right?
That's the point.
Come back next
I
week
probably
this
should have
time.
sent you this list yesterday, but I didn't. So, so the first option is "Down Under" by Men at Work.
Oh.
Yes.
The second is "Then He Kissed Me" by the Crystals.
Okay.
The third is "Girls Just Want to Have Fun" by Cyndi Lauper.
Of
course.
And the fourth is "The Devil Went Down to Georgia" by whichever artist.
that evil sounding motherfucker, right?
Yeah.
Double and down, Jordan, I'm not a time, I'm in the
Is that the
Well,
winner?
that's how all the songs are going to sound no matter what we do. So which one do you want to do, guys?
Men at Work.
What about,
Montrealers.
what about, huh?
No?
What?
Are they?
The what?
No.
What's that? That's not it.
That's not it. What the fuck are you playing?
It's free falling.
Yeah, he Well,
And thunder.
That sounds
You're getting
like
close.
Can you hear the thunder?
it sounds like Third Eye Blind. Not
yeah.
A little bit.
Dude, we can play Third Eye Blind.
No, that's not on the list.
Can they deviate from the list?
No.
Damn it.
Can't deviate
Okay.
from the list.
Okay, do it. I'll just watch.
Something
No.
You're playing Jumper. You're playing Jumper.
Do you wake up with anxiety? Do you have
Ready?
No, I'm not ready.
We're These Fast Times. We're
Hi,
playing
we're
Down
These
Under.
Fast Times and
Men at
we're
Work.
Down Under. Oh, he started?
Here we go.
Traveling in a fried out combi on a hippie trail as a zombie. I met a strange lady, she made me nervous. She took me in and made me breakfast. And she said,
I come from a land down under.
where we
Thunder.
Yeah. Can you hear the
thunder? Better run. You better take cover.
Yeah, okay, next one. Fuck yeah. Oh. Oh no, it's the wrong one. Oh no, it is Brussels. He was 6 foot and full of muscles. He said he was big for language. I smiled and she gave me a sandwich. She said, "I come from a land down under." So it was a reason thunder. Can you magic a rainy thunder? Better run, better take cover. Yeah.
Come from a land down under.
Oh.
Big finale.
So good.
just like me.